The WWE 2K26 showcase looks awesome, but there is one glaring detail that is right there, and I just can't seem to get my head around it. Now, the slingshot tech was teased today. It was talked about in the Ringside Report, and if you guys don't know what the slingshot tech is, let's just put it in an easier way. If I go on ahead and play showcase and I post it on this YouTube channel, my YouTube channel would probably get striked. Now, with that being said, just to explain it for those that don't know in YouTube terms, what it means is that there is real life footage that you transition in and out of the gameplay, and this was talked about. Now, this was something that was taken away last year with the Bloodline showcase, but it was something that was in there since 2K22. So 25 broke the curse, and it's reportedly coming back with 26. Now, the only thing that I can hope is that they still call it slingshot, even when it's in-game cutscenes, because if you look at the showcase trailer, Drew McIntyre is running at CM Punk, and that looks like a cinematic cutscene instead of gameplay. So that's one thing to go on ahead and keep in mind. So I'm being very optimistic. I think this is just what they call it, because technically still being taken out of the game and just watching something. So that's kind of the slingshot idea or concept in it. So again, I'm not trying to scare everyone, but let's just go on ahead and keep our eyes open for that. I do think that there is a huge chance where this is something that doesn't even get talked about come 3 weeks from now when we have the game in our hands, but it is something that's worth mentioning, because slingshot, I'm a little bit scared of that word. To continue getting updates on WWE 2K26, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, because we are on our way to 25,000 subscribers. Let's go on ahead and get back into it. Now, there is so much awesome stuff going around. We got new attires, CM Punk attires. I mean, the CM Punk models, they look great. Now, I won't highlight that too much because we talked about that in the last video, so thank you guys. Shout out to all of you guys for that amazing support. But there's a lot of positive to go around with this one, and first off is the match list. Now, there is no Jeff Hardy. I'm a little bit disappointed about that because I really thought Jeff Hardy would be in there. Jeff Hardy was someone that CM Punk faced in his early years of his WWE career, so I am a little bit just got mixed feelings about it. You know, I really hope that Jeff Hardy does make his way into the game, especially with the cover being, you know, around the Attitude Era. It would just make sense to get Jeff Hardy. There's already a lot of wrestlers missing, and when you look at possibilities, Jeff Hardy is one of those possibilities. I would love to see it, and I'm just really excited to see what's in store for us when it comes down to the roster. But now let's talk a little bit about Showcase, like the actual mode, right? There is a really awesome thing that they added this year, which I'm really happy about, because we all go through corrupted saves, especially me. I went through one just a couple weeks ago, and it seems that now you can play one match and you can unlock every unlockable that has to do with the WWE 2K26 showcase. That personally to me is awesome, because I think that stuff like that is what kind of differentiates the last couple of years. This is a nice quality of life feature where I don't have to go and play 3 hours of the showcase no more. I can just play one gauntlet match and unlock everything in 20-25 minutes. And I think that I'm still gonna go through the showcase and play it, because while growing up, CM Punk was someone that I was also watching throughout his prime years. So I really want to go and play that showcase, especially after seeing Randy Orton versus Punk at WrestleMania 27, Cena versus Punk at Raw. There's a lot of good matches in there that I remember personally watching that I really want to go through and play now. But it is worth mentioning that you don't have to play that anymore. You can just go through the gauntlet match and you just win and you unlock everything. Now, it's really interesting to see if they will go on ahead and up the difficulty on that match, because that is something that you just got to do once and that's it. Is it going to allow you to do it on easy and unlock everything? That we're not sure of, but it is worth questioning, right? Hopefully we get some more news and details about that. Now, one thing that I want to talk about is the match list, right? And I'm going to put them all on the screen. We're not going to talk about them all, but one thing I want to go on ahead and mention is that we're getting the JBL match at SummerSlam 08. So JBL confirmed, right? I mean, has there been a year where we don't get JBL? But Rey Mysterio, really nice attire as well. I really am a fan of Rey Mysterio's attire in this showcase, so I think that's pretty awesome. And as we mentioned, the Randy Orton, you know, thing with WrestleMania 27, that's also really good as well. People are complaining that Randy Orton does have a light beard, so hopefully 2K does work on that. I get that, you know, I definitely get that, because we want to make sure that we get every single detail with stuff like this. So I gotta definitely go on ahead and mention that, especially as a a Randy Orton fan, and hopefully we'll see, because I think one thing that 2K needs to stop doing is showing off this early build. And the reason why I say that is because it doesn't really necessarily matter as much to me, but to the community it does, because so many people are complaining and talking about, oh, this isn't right and this doesn't look good, and a lot of the times it's an early build, and it feels like this year more than any other year they're using an early build. I mean, a lot of these things need to be shown with, the up-to-date animations and whatnot. For example, the thumbtacks. People were wondering, can thumbtacks make you react the way that they're supposed to? Because when we saw Ricky Starks react to the thumbtacks, he didn't really look like he was reacting as much to it, maybe as one should. So there's a lot of things that they've shown off that doesn't necessarily do it justice just yet, because we're not seeing the fully built game, or at least the up-to-date version of the game. So that's one thing that hopefully throughout the years they get better at, because I think that right now it's at an all-time high in terms of dissecting the game and making sure that everything looks right. There's a lot going on with that, so we definitely want to go on ahead and mention that. Undertaker is gonna be getting his Mohawk attire, and y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I know some of y'all don't like it, but I like the Undertaker with the Mohawk. I think that is a W. So I'm excited to see Undertaker with the Mohawk, man. Let me run him in my universe mode and do all that cool stuff. I can't even remember the last time I seen Taker with a Mohawk. Was that 2K14 if I'm not mistaken? Maybe a couple years down the line he had the Mohawk as well, but it is certainly intriguing to see it now, so I'm excited for that. And guys, Drew McIntyre is on this list, and one thing I want to point out, this is one of the most craziest looking models yet this year. Now, I don't know if it's the lighting, I don't know what they did, but you guys look at this screenshot and this Drew McIntyre looks absolutely insane. He is up there with the top models in the game 100%. Now, I feel like some people are starting to take back that, the graphics look similar, whatever. Yes, it does look like it's in a very similar atmosphere, but the models look absolutely insane, at least the ones that they showed just yet. Hopefully, Liv Morgan is a wrestler that is updated, because we always gonna mention her till we get something, but everybody else that they've dropped thus far looks absolutely crazy. So I am excited to see what the rest of the game is going to look like, because Drew McIntyre looks awesome, and so does pretty much every version of CM Punk. There's a couple things that you could nitpick and want fixed here and there, so I completely get that, but CM Punk looks absolutely amazing as well, especially the ones from back then. I feel like they nailed a lot of those attires, and I'm really looking forward to just get in there and play with old CM Punks, because that's really where my childhood comes in, so that's exciting as well for me. I just wanted to go on ahead and mention that, because that looks really good. Now, we do know that what if matches are back. I'm not too excited about that, if I'm being honest, because you guys know we talk the truth, we talk what I don't like, we talk what I like. I mean, we try to talk everything on this channel, but what if matches, to me, they're not really the biggest thing that really catches my eye. Now, if they do switch something up with this concept, I'm excited. If not, then it is what it is, right? It's part of the showcase. I can just unlock everything with the gauntlet. So it is what it is. We saw Stone Cold being on there. We saw Eddie Guerrero, and we also saw AJ Lee, CM Punk versus The Miz and Maurice. So something worth noting with all that, right? Now, we got all them what if matches. It's about 3 of them. They did mention that there's more what if matches coming, but they wanted to save some surprises. So something to keep in mind with that. So I want you guys to be aware that these what if matches are coming, and it is what it is. Obviously, that's one thing that really doesn't get me as excited, but there is a great amount of matches on here that I'm excited to play. So just that alone, I'll get through the showcase. So that's just, my positives, negatives about this thing, man. Got to give them their props. The models look great. Showcase actually looks really good, but there's a couple details in the showcase that I'm like, okay, y'all, I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit scared, but we'll hope for the best. I'm staying optimistic. I cannot wait to get my hands on this game. Call me what you want, man. I'm a fan of these games. I wouldn't be here making these videos if I did not care to play the game. So I'm genuinely counting the days for WWE 2K26. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below how you feel about the showcase. Are you excited? Are you not? Let me know, y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.